Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have Maul defending Drake after Rory tried calling him out for suing UMG over the Kendrick Lamar record Not Like Us. Maul said he picked a side, win, lose, or draw. And this blind loyalty to somebody that Maul has never met is crazy, but it's the delusional hot takes that really takes away any credibility he once had. A master gaslighter, so he will try to dominate the conversation and spin any narrative to make it seem as if Drake is right. And the man seems to be 0 for 20 with his Kendrick Lamar and Drake takes this past year alone. And honestly, I don't remember him being this big of a Drake stan when he was on the JBP, but the prospect of potentially getting a Drake interview definitely has him crashing out. While I believe everyone has the right to honestly be a fan of whomever they choose, I expect criticism if you're trying to justify something that is obviously a bad move or just plainly erroneous. Maul has been proving himself to be the most loyal OVO lieutenant, with academics cementing my belief more and more each day that he is really starting to resent Drake as well. Tired of being treated as the side chick that keeps getting told they'll be upgraded to main chick status. And academics, I do not think you're going to get that or the stream. So enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into the next video where we have Maul defending Drake after Rory tried calling Drake out for suing UMG over the Kendrick Lamar record Not Like Us. And Rory, blink 3 times if you're in danger.
I don't think there's anything wrong with Maul having a bias for his friend. If somebody...
Of course not. Obviously, if it's a friend, it's expected that you're going to be biased. But for some reason, these people can't discern between an industry friendship, associates, and actual friendship, because these guys are willing to put that label of friendship on anybody.
If another podcast called Maul a pedophile, and we all know for a fact Maul's not a pedophile, and let's say it worked. Everyone was going around saying Maul's a pedophile. You don't think I'd have a bias in screaming that Maul's not a pedophile? That was a corny fucking move. Of course I would.
And this is the thing. That's fine.
Yeah.
The issue is when we're trying to get Maul to admit that he has said bias, Maul will say he doesn't have a bias. And I don't think that that's true.
Yeah, he still thinks that the best music lost.
I don't know if we've ever like
I had full out Patreon episode. You weren't here. I sat in that exact spot where you're at, and I asked Maul, did he have a Drake bias? And he said no.
Oh,
as far as when it comes to music?
When it comes to period, that's your friend.
No, yeah, but I don't have a bias when it comes to his music. I've sat on here and said when I didn't like Drake's song. I sat on here and said when I didn't like the single he dropped with led was him and SZA, the Slime You.
Oh, yeah.
We were having a conversation.
I didn't like.
That was way before the beef. But since then, he has glazed every move Drake has done, even in the face of all contradictory evidence. Maul definitely has a bias, as do a lot of people, but the fact that he goes so hard to try to spin it as if it's fact is where he goes wrong.
And about the Kendrick battle and the conversation.
Oh, in the battle? I'm riding with my nigga. I don't give a fuck who the other side is.
Okay, but
I'm riding with my man. It's a battling we talking about. Yeah, I'm on this side. And battling, you got to pick a side, which is why I don't fuck with what your man did. You got to pick a side. Pick a side.
Corny.
That's all. Win, lose, or draw, we going to pick a side over here.
Yeah, he's making it seem like he's going to war with Drake as if that were his best friend, when honestly that couldn't be further from the case. I don't really think Drake really respects this guy at all. I definitely feel like he uses this guy as he does a lot of these other streamers and media guys. But with Drake naming a lot of these streamers in that lawsuit, I think it's even going to put more of a strain on his relationships with these people. And I don't think Drake really realizes how much these streamers really move the needle when it comes to any of this stuff.
I'll take the L, but I ain't going to be playing double dutch. Nah, we don't do that. So yeah, if it comes to a battle, I'm always riding with my niggas.
And that's where it's you don't do that. We don't do that. You're setting hip hop rules.
Don't do what?
Not suing in a hip battle, in a rap battle, or not, not taking rap battles legal is also a hip hop rule. So you can't sit there and say we don't do this, but the other shit we don't do, you cool with.
But you crossing the lines because you saying
this is like a master class in gaslighting.
Taking a hip hop battle to court.
I said legal.
It's not. Yeah, but it's not about the battle. It's the business that was done behind a record that was used in a battle. Kendrick Duckworth is not being asked to come to no court or nothing at all. So this isn't about that.
Honestly, I think the biggest factor in that not being the case is the fact that if Drake were to actually try to do that, Kendrick Lamar could just go and countersue, because it's not like Drake wasn't trying to throw out his own narratives as well. The guy put DV on Kendrick Lamar. So yeah, man, that's something that could definitely affect his money. So if he were to play that game, Kendrick could do the same exact thing. And I don't think Drake really wants to take it there, because all that would do would just further cement the fact that, yeah, man, you're being a huge hypocrite with the way you're handling all this stuff. Suing over a beef is obviously not hip-hop at all. If not, we would have had tons of other rappers do the same. I'm pretty sure somebody like Ja Rule has more of a case to stand on than Drake does. And this is just Maul trying to move the goalposts yet again.
It's about what the business did with a song that was used during a battle. This is not about the outcome of a battle and, I'll bring Kendrick in here because he said this about. No, this is not that. Yo, I feel like y'all did some funny shit because.
It's exactly that. It's a defamation suit.
Y'all know the type of negotiations we having. I feel like y'all did some funny shit behind this record, and I can also prove it. And I also have language in my contract to where y'all violated my contract.
Okay, so final question, and we can move on. Do you feel like if Kendrick had put out Not Like Us and it said nothing about pedophilia and still blew up as big as it did, do you feel like Drake would still be suing UMG? If he called him something else, wasn't pedophile.
Well, obviously that changes the situation drastically. That line, which Drake is trying to say was aimed at him, even though I do feel like Kendrick Lamar was aiming it at the people around him, like Baca, who definitely has a weird case. So obviously if that line isn't in there, it just makes a weak case even weaker. But given all we've seen over the past year, I could totally see Drake filing some type of lawsuit against UMG anyway, claiming that they pumped up the records anyway because the payola claim was still in the lawsuit.
I feel like
called him something else, still blew up.
I feel like no matter what, if he feels like something in his contract was violated and he's in the middle of one of the biggest negotiations an artist has ever been in the middle of in the history of music, I feel like he would be going to court for it.
Do you think?
I agree with that.
Again, because we kind of.
I think that's the one true statement that Mal has thrown out this whole clip.
Went past it. As the
definitely
final question,
still sue.
do you think Kendrick Lamar has a case against UMG as well?
As far as
defamation.
Yeah.
You funded a couple records that said I beat my wife, used my wife's name, talked about my children that aren't mine. Does he not also have a defamation case?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
If he filed that defamation case.
If Ma were to go and deny that Kendrick had any type of case, man, that would have been the moment he lost the last 0.5% of credibility and integrity that he's still holding on to.
If this battle had went the opposite way,
if Kendrick comes out tomorrow and files the defamation case of UMG, I would be like, yo, if they violated some of this contract, I hope he gets all the money he wants.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, man, I just think the lawsuit is just very hypocritical because you're suing somebody for the same exact thing that a lot of people can claim that you allegedly did throughout your career. And if these labels are using the same strategy they always have, his numbers were also getting pumped up because like I've said before, it's not like this is a new phenomenon. Yeah, there's bots and streaming now, but before the digital era, they were just allocating part of the budget to go and buy CDs to pump up those first week sales. So Mal, I think you're 0 for 41 at this point with these takes. The only truth you had to this was that if Drake can file this type of lawsuit, so can Kendrick Lamar. So that being the case, I don't see Drake trying to go and sue Kendrick Lamar because Kendrick would just go and do the same thing. And honestly, I feel like that would just cancel out. And at the end of the day, just make Drake look even crazier. And Mal, when your co-host and the people you call friends are looking at you like you're the craziest person, not only in the room, but probably in that state, man, that is very, very telling. Because no matter how you try to spin it, man, it's plain to see that you are very, very biased. And you sort of half admitted it in this clip, but you're still not really owning up to it. And at times, it seems like Rory can't even fathom some of the things that you're trying to spin. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Mal is right in defending Drake, his quote-unquote friend? And also let me know if you guys think that they're actually friends and not just, like I said, industry associates. I feel like Mal, Ack, and a lot of these other people over on Drake's side are trying to convince themselves of the fact that, yeah, man, Drake likes them as much as he likes them. But that's not the case. He probably looks at y'all just as lame as a lot of us probably do. And that's saying a lot coming from the guy that has had one of the craziest fall from graces in entertainment history. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for making this channel a part of your day. Honestly, the growth has been exponential and it's all thanks to you guys. So I really want to thank you guys so much for all the love and support you guys continue to show the channel on a daily, because it is probably the biggest reason to me making these videos. So I really want to thank you guys for watching. I'm really interested in seeing what you guys have to say on this topic. So I hope you guys love this video and I hope to see you guys soon. Yeah, man. Rory, you're in danger. Like I said, blink 3 times and we'll go send a wellness check.